Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of This is for the Soul, and I'm your lovely host, Brianna Sade. On this podcast, we talk about all things mental health, personal development, girl talk, spirituality, you name it. We're going to talk about it. So for today's episode, we are going to be talking about something that I'm pretty sure affects a lot of us more than we realize, and that is the instant gratification loop. This topic came to me because honestly, I've found myself in this loop a lot of times, and I know how hard it can be to pull yourself out when you are constantly searching for validation, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard. It's like an addiction. It's an addiction to short-term pleasure and validation. That quick dopamine hit that we get instantly once we feel liked, seen, or heard. But in reality, that is not sustainable, and it actually hinders us from long-term growth. We live in a fast-paced world. Everything is, I want it and I want it now, to the point where we are bombarded with messages and people believe that success is supposed to happen instantly and overnight, when that's not the case at all. But if you're not seeing the results in that success happen, then it's like, what am I doing wrong? What's tea? Like, why is this not working? Am I failing? And the truth is that kind of mindset is what's keeping many of us from reaching our fullest potential. And of course, social media plays a huge role in this. You can post a video, a picture, even a thought, and you can instantly get likes and comments and shares, or nothing at all. And that all or nothing feedback tends to really mess with people's self-esteem because it's not giving them that instant sense of gratification that they're looking for. One post can make you feel on top of the world when it does good, but then the next, it can make you question everything and feel like crap. And that pressure to perform and always show up perfectly, to constantly seek attention and approval, it is exhausting and it's blocking our long-term growth and success. And Instagram is a great example of this, which is why a lot of people say it's for the fake, because people get on that app and post their life and post pictures and stuff, but a lot of that is not real. And a lot of times people get anxiety when they post because they feel like they're not good enough to be up there. Because here's the thing, you cannot grow if you demand instant results. Let me have a real honest moment with you guys. I've had this podcast for almost 3 years now. And in the beginning, I wasn't consistent, red flag number 1. But I started this with excitement. I thought that I could post a few episodes and then boom, blow up and just be this big grand thing walking. But every time I would post, I was hyper fixated on the idea of my podcast going up, and I would obsessively check my stats, refresh my page, wait for reactions, hoping for results. And guess what? For a long time, I got nothing at all. I was not in a state where I was ready to receive. And I doubted myself. I questioned whether or not I was good enough to have people listen to me. And I beat myself up badly, thinking like, why is this not working? Like what's going on? And it wasn't that I wasn't good enough. I just was not in a space where I was actually allowing myself to be open and ready to receive what the universe had for me. And what was holding me back was the pressure that I kept putting on myself to make things happen instantly. And once I had that realization and I started to let go of that pressure and stop chasing the need for validation, I started to actually feel a shift in myself and within the energy. And of course, I'm still here. But to this day, I still have not made a dime from this podcast. I have not made nothing. And part of that is because I was inconsistent for a long time, and also because I was hopping from platform to platform, trying to find a good hosting space. But you know what? I'm still showing up. I'm still going, and I'm still going to continue to put myself out there regardless. Why? Because I genuinely do love doing this, and also because I know that people are listening. And you guys have told me, I've had people come up to me and tell me that my words have actually helped them. And that means the world to me. So that's why I keep going, and that's why I keep showing up. Slow growth is still growth. And honestly, it's better than unsustainable success, because that growth, even if it starts out really, really small, even if it starts out with you doing something really, really small every day, that growth allows you to build a foundation. So that way, in the future, you can look back on all the things that you've done and see the progress in itself. You have to open up your heart, open up your mind, and be receptive to become the version of you who's ready for all those blessings that are calling in. God knows when you're truly ready for something. And sometimes that delay is actually preparation. It's preparing you for what's ahead. Because you can't clutch on to your desires so tightly that they just slip through your fingers and then you miss your opportunity. You have to let them breathe. You got to let them chill, let them grow, let them become, because that is what will bring you satisfaction over time. And now I barely check my stats for my podcast because I've learned that doing that only triggers me. So I will look whenever I upload an episode. But what I do now is I post, walk away, and I trust that everything that I desire is meant for me. And I give myself the space and the time to just create and be free. This episode is very short, sweet, simple, and to the point. Here is what I want you to remember. Instant gratification, it does feel good in the moment, but long-term fulfillment, that is the real prize. That is what will really bring you joy and happiness. That's where your soul feels settled and where purpose meets peace. You're not behind, you're not invisible, you're not failing, you're growing. Every single day you show up for yourself. Even if no one's clapping, you are winning because you're choosing to show up for yourself regardless. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you're evolving. And every moment you choose to stay in and be present instead of giving up, you are becoming. So let this be a reminder to you. If you find yourself in this loop, stop refreshing your page. Stop comparing your pace to someone else's. Stop thinking that your worth is tied to your performance, because it's not. Your growth is happening, whether it's loud or quiet, small or big, you are growing. So take your time, enjoy the process, enjoy the growing phase, and keep going, even if the results aren't instant, because you are worth the wait and so are your dreams. All right, you guys, that is the end of this episode. I really hope that this message resonated with someone. And if it did, feel free to share, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow the podcast, like, comment, do whatever you need to do. I love you guys, and I thank you so much for sticking around, rocking with me, listening every Monday, because this journey might be a beautiful one, but it hasn't been easy. Until next time, I will talk to you next episode. Bye. Mwah.